Welcome back to Main Street Living. For many of us, finding that perfect match is hard to do, but imagine trying to do that during a pandemic. Yeah, maybe some of you are trying to do that and you may or may not have any luck trying that. However, we have an expert now who's going to help us out, and her name is Maureen Tara Nelson, and she is the president of MTN Matchmaking. Wow, such a cool job. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So tell me exactly what a matchmaker does.
Okay, well, there's different types of matchmakers, of course. There are people that have come up to me in the street and said, "Oh, I've matched my best friends. I've matched 10 people on my own. I've been born to be a matchmaker." And then there are people that actually get certified, which is what I recommend. And then there are people like myself that was formerly a pharmaceutical rep, which led me to become a matchmaker and then also believe in being certified. So I'm an executive level certified matchmaker, and I've been doing it for 20 years and have over 1,000 success stories. So for me, my life is my children and my matchmaking business. So that's
I
the
love
difference.
this is so cool that you actually have a lot of success. And do you follow up with your matches?
Yes, yes. They're they're wonderful. We love our clients. I have the greatest team behind me. I even became a wedding officiant for one of our
Oh,
favorite clients just because they asked, would I please marry them? How could I say no to that? And then
right. I mean,
afterwards,
yeah,
right,
yeah, you're a part
I'm
of their
not gonna
life
say no.
now.
And
And
then afterwards, everyone said, "Would you please marry us?" And I said, "I can't. I work already 7 days a week around the clock. You know that. Where would I possibly find the time to do this? I love you to death. We're happy for you. We'll always be friends. We always have social media. Many of
right.
our clients stay in touch through all the social media that we do. I
Yeah.
just can't do it."
And
So
social media is huge right now. I mean, obviously with the pandemic, I mean, that's where everybody is going is they're probably trying virtual dating. How has your business changed because of the pandemic? And do you have any tips for people?
yes, definitely. So before the pandemic, my business was totally different. People would have to come in and meet with us personally, and then they would go on a date, and we would recommend going out 3 times, meeting each other. Then the pandemic happened, and I had to quickly think on my feet. Okay, we're going to have to change things around because I've been doing this too long helping people. And I felt obligated that it is my job in New York for doing this so long that I have to come up with a way to make this work to help people. And I did. So we came up with virtual interviewing. So now people call us from the comfort of their own home for their interview. We have a thorough screening process, which we can get into later, and we go over a analysis of their personality so we can make sure that they're compatible. And then for their dating, we're doing virtual dating.
Mm.
So also, we've come up with a whole bunch of ways to put the romance back in virtual dating.
And, before we go, what advice would you have for people who are looking to meet somebody? I mean, you said 3 times is a great amount of times to
Yes.
go out with somebody, not just one. What if you're turned off after the first date?
Well, I always like to say to people that the first time people are nervous. So, in a business transaction, the first meeting, first impressions count, but not when it comes to dating. And especially now with virtual dating, it could be harder, it could be easier, but again, you're not face to face, you're not touching each other. So you might not be getting the best representation of that person. So give them a second virtual date. Or if you
Love
think that, or yeah, and then maybe a third date, because then that third date, maybe by then you can see each other in person. And I know with my own clients over 20 years, they've said to me, Maureen, it's like a light bulb went off in my head with the third date that now I'm attracted to that person because you need compatibility and chemistry. How did you know that?
Yep. Yep.
Again, my pharmaceutical trading. So
Yeah, that's so important. And
always
actually,
give 3 dates.
yes, and I had one more quick question. Are
Sure.
people actually who have the COVID-19 antibodies, are they actually putting this on profiles now to try to attract
Um,
people and say that
yes.
they're not sick?
Yes. And also, we did our own survey with our own clients because we always like to be in the foreground of what's hot out there. And 70% of our own clients want to know if someone has had the virus before. And we have a lot of essential workers, for example, doctors, nurses, policemen, and it's actually not like a taboo that you might think. It's actually a good thing. Okay,
Mhm.
we both had it. So that means we don't have to do this virtual dating. We can actually be together because according to the news, hopefully they're being correct in saying we both had it and hopefully we'll be safe now that we've gone through that. So
Right.
it could be a good thing too.
Yeah, in theory, hopefully that's the case. Gosh, it's been such a pleasure to chat with you. Where
Oh,
can
thank you
people
so
learn
much.
more about you and get more information?
Well, we have everything on social media. Everything is under MTN Matchmaking. And every other day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do a free Facebook Live. That's under my personal Facebook, Maureen Tara Nelson. We do it at 2:30, and that's just to spread love all through the country. That's it, because we don't want anyone sad or feeling isolated and not feeling love. So we're spreading love. So if you know anyone that's sad or lonely, just tell them to tune in and they can ask any dating questions they want. We are there specifically for that reason to help spread love.
You're so sweet, Maureen. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too.